Bossy cow cow, honey bee bee, oleo margarine, oleo butterin, alfalfa, hey!
The centennial exhibition at the State Fair offered a lot of opportunities for students in the classes I teach, mainly because the State Fair is a large space with a lot of complexity to it in terms of giving them an opportunity to try out their skills in terms of looking at object placement and spatial planning for an exhibition. But also because of the complexity of the project, you can imagine trying to take everything that happens at UC Davis and collapse it into a single exhibition is quite a challenge. So those were some of the main reasons why I felt this was a good project for students to work on. And of course the other reasons is that they're students here at UC Davis, and who better than design an exhibition about what goes on here.
Well, when we first were introduced to the exhibit, the Centennial team had already come up with a list of just broad topics they wanted to include in the exhibit, and that was sort of the starting point for trying to think of smaller exhibit elements that could portray those different areas.
Yeah, our job was to refine basically those topics, narrow it down, figure out which ones like actually possible in the space.
Well, the overall intent of the exhibit is for people to come away with a greater sense of what the university does for the state and for the world. And they sort of want to highlight a lot of the interdisciplinary discoveries that come out of the university. I mean, something that happens in food and ag isn't just limited to food and ag. It can be related to politics or social sciences. All kinds of things work together. All of the different departments work together to come up with solutions for state and global problems. And that's one of the bigger themes that's going on throughout the exhibit. We decided to break the exhibit down into 5 subtopics, which include health, understanding, environment, energy, and food and agriculture.
Well, we're pretty sure that there is going to be a timeline in this space just because it is the UC Davis Centennial. And we had this idea of having this ribbon kind of timeline that kind of was really fluid through the space. There's another idea where we would have these panels along the wall with images accompanying the timeline.
And later on, we sort of came up with maybe like a pod idea where each decade or time period gets some little platform with a banner and then different objects and information from that time. And we were considering putting bikes from each decade in that area as well, since that's sort of a running theme. I mean, it's a symbol of UC Davis to ride bikes.
So here they had opportunity not only to work with each other, but to work with staff and representatives from the university in terms of the Centennial Committee, to work with them and present ideas and develop concepts, but then to work with the State Fair team as well and put those into practice and have to present their ideas and talk about their ideas in front of them. And you know, it's a very real life situation. It's how it works, and as a result, this was a great exhibition for them to be involved in from that perspective as well.